Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. It's Friday night. What? Alright, Valentine's Day is out of here. Here comes St. Patrick's Day. So, we got our awesome little peekaboo gnome going on with his 4-leaf clover. I'm working on a 16 by 20, which means a 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on something different, that is fine, as long as you're in the general area of your canvas that I am in. So, say hello if you're painting with me. Let me know if anyone's painting with me. Okay, so the paint this evening, same paint since we started 3-4 years ago. I don't know how long ago. So, anyway, we got our white, which had a mind of its own, and black and blue and red and yellow. Same colors all the time, so you don't have to get yourself anything fancy. Alright, the weapons this evening. The weapons. We got Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. We have Mini-Me in the house. He is a small shader. Tiny's hanging out with us. He is a small round. And of course, Mr. Nifty is in the house. He is a detail brush. Anyone who sends me support of $5 or more, Facebook message me your address and I send you out Mr. Nifty's for free. So that's always fun. I gotta start roll call. All the friends are coming in. What? Hi, everybody. Hi. So I'm just making sure I'm doing all the stuff I'm supposed to be doing, and then I'm going to say hi to everybody. Okay, so replays are available on Facebook for 30 days. Then you have to head over to YouTube, okay? And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and all the replays are there since I've started. So there's a lot of St. Patrick's Day replays on there. Scroll down to last year and you will have access to all of it. And you will also, when you subscribe, you will get notified when videos are posted. I have shorts on there on how to do certain things. I have the Hey Eve series are on there, so you could watch them all in a row. And of course, we have all our Friday night paint nights on there. So YouTube is where you want to go. Okay, so all of my videos are kid friendly, so I am going to try to watch this thing. If you guys could watch your comments. Also, you will see the PayPal link floating around out there. You could X out of it or send support through that. I also have Venmo, so I'm going to share the Venmo information. I am going to share the PayPal information, alright, because Eve needs paint. Just letting you know. Stars is also enabled, so throughout this video you can send support via stars. Alrighty, and old school mail checks, I have done that, and also Zelle, I do have Zelle, so we could take care of that also. And remember, $5 or more, you get your free brushes. Alright, I think I covered it all. You guys can let me know if I missed something. Let's do roll call. Alright, we got Marsha's in the house. Hello, Marsha. How are you doing, sweetheart? And let's see, we've got Kimberly. What's going on, Kimberly? How are you, darling? Joan's here. Hi, Joan. How are you, sweetheart? Alright, and we've got, if my phone will scroll, I'll learn how to talk eventually, guys. We're still waiting. Tina B's in the house. OG Tina B. What's up, darling? Hello, everybody. And Diane is here. Diane is here hanging out with Sully. How's Sully doing? I hope Sully's doing alright, Diane. And let's see, all of my links, boom, and I got everybody. Well, almost everybody. If I missed you, let me know. How's everybody doing? We got a small crew. Am I early? I'm not early. I'm never early. So anyway, here's all you lovelies at. Okay, so we're doing our gnome. You guys wanted a gnome. I gave you a gnome. Cindy is here. What's up, Cindy? Well, how you doing, sweetheart? Didn't I get a Cindy? I got a Cindy. We did Cindy. Cindy's right here. Look, you're right there. Did I write it and not say it? That's a possibility. Hi, Cindy. It's always the possibility that I wrote it and didn't say it. We could totally go with that. That I'm sure that would happen. Right? So I got this squishy mat. I found it in a clearance, and it's like 2 inches higher than the floor, but it's I almost dropped a word. It's awesome for the feet here. So if you see me like going down and then going up, that's because I'm stepping on my mat. Hi, Rose. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. The Rose is in the house. That's my daughter's middle name. Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing, sweetheart? Carolyn's in the house. So I didn't say it. I'm sorry about that. I wrote it. Does that count? Those of you following my make-em-ups, of course, we went the green tonight. We are all fancy green, 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 and orangey for the lips to mimic the wood. So, there you go. Alright, let's get started. We're going to do a rainbow background. You guys can use this background for pretty much everything you're going to paint St. Patty's wise. So we're going to do ourselves a rainbow background. There's my gesso canvas that my lovely mother gets ready for me nowadays. So she likes having her little project. I can't show you both at once what I'm working on and the finished product. If you missed getting your screenshot, I forgot to remind you, let me know. And I can throw it back up here for you. I forgot to remind you guys. I'm forgetting everything. At least I'm getting all the forgetting out of the way. And I don't have, hello, Becky. Oh, so those of you that have been, I didn't post a video about it yet, but the paintings went out, the brush sets went out, and the nifties went out. So those of you that were waiting on the nifties, sending me support, thank you for your patience. They all went out this week. So everybody's getting all their stuff. I covered everybody. So if you sent in the past and I missed it, put it back up, please. I figured you were going to say that, Joan. I kind of had that feeling when I took it down. I'm psychic that way. I was like, I forgot to remind Joan to take her screenshot. You're exactly who I was talking about. Yes, Becky, thank you for your patience with that. It's been kind of hectic the past couple weeks, but I made it a point and I put it all together. So, nifties are going out, brush sets are going out, and paintings went out. Everything went out. I have a clean slate up until, like, whoever sends me support tonight, they're going to turn around and be the next shipment. So if you did send me support in the past and you don't get your nifties in, let's give it a week, we know the post office, tell me, because I missed documenting that you needed to get them. But I think I got everybody covered. There was like 4 or 5 envelopes and nifties. So you're good, Joan? Okay. Alrighty. So, we're going to start off with Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat, right? Swirl, tap, dab. You want your bristles to be moist but not dripping. And I will have to move very quickly because this is blending. And I've got umpteenth lights shining on me and the canvas. So, but you guys will have your time to take care of it. So, we're going to turn around and start with white and yellow. Right, I'm going to find halfway, right, and right on the above halfway, we're going to do white and yellow. White and yellow, and of course we make this bigger than what we want it to be, right? We always do the yellow bigger than what we actually want, right, okay? So just a little bit of white just to give it some more coverage, because yellow doesn't like to really cover anything up. Alright, so we're going to go yellow pretty much halfway between the top and the middle. Alright, so we're going to do our yellow We're going to go down halfway because our horizon line is probably going to grow when we get picky about it. All right, now I'm going to grab red. We're going to grab red and we're going to start above where we want to blend into, okay? And when it gets to the point of hardly any paint left on your brush, okay, then you move it down into the color that you're blending into. Okay, so you start above it, and then you move it down. Alright, and then you go back up, and then you move it down. Okay, and if you notice, I'm just swiping back and forth. We're swiping, 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 swiping. Alright? Okay, and you can always add more paint. You can't take it away. So start with a little bit, get yourselves comfortable. Right, and start above, and then move it down, and then move it back up, and then move it down. All right, and now I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush, get all the red out of it. I'm going to leave it at little extra wet going on, right, little extra moist. Okay, so you know the horizontal drip on the paper towel. I'm going to start in my yellow, and I'm going to go and work my way upwards to get a nice soft blend. Now I'm going to dip my brush again, get all the red out of it, come back over, start in the yellow, bring it up. And this is going to soften your blend lines, especially if your paint dried on you. Okay, if your paint dried on you, this will soften it because we're doing this with very little paint. Very little paint. Okay, and there you go. You have your smooth transition from yellow to orange to red. Okay, guys, yellow to orange. I don't know if you can see the orange. There's still to the orange because there's a glare. Up to the red, just like that. Not difficult at all. All right, so now I didn't put green. You could wait for the red to dry and add a green if you want to. I didn't put green. We went right into blues. So I'm going to grab some blue. Again, I'm going to start up here. Okay. And then I'm going to work towards my color. Right? So starting up here, away from my color. As soon as I have less paint on my brush, then I'm going to go down to my color. Okay? And you're just going to swipe back and forth, work your way up, work your way down, work your way up, work your way down. Right? And then you're going to get a pretty purple. Alright, I'm going to add some white to this so you guys can see the purple. Okay, there's the purple. Right? And we'll fill this all in. Also, another reason I didn't add the green is because our gnome is green. So if you added green into your sky and you're going to go do your green gnome hats and green gnome, you're going to have to worry about making it a different color green than your sky. So I didn't add the green. Plus we have green all on the bottom. Alright, now I swirl tap dab my brush. I made it nice and moist. I'm actually going to grab some more red paint. And I'm going to go right where the blending is with more red. Because I just want to lighten the blending up a little bit. Careful not to go further down. Okay, careful not to go further down. So I'm grabbing red and white now. Because I want to lighten this up. I don't like how it's so darky, dark, dark. So I'm grabbing some white with my red. I got to be very careful not to go back down. And I'm just lightening this up a bit just because I want it lighter. And now you can literally see the yellow to orange to red to purple to blue. A nice, soft, blended rainbow sky. I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. Get all the colors out of it. And then do the moistened sweep up through the whole thing. Okay? Swirl, tap, dab my brush. Notice how I'm saying swirl, tap, dab your brush. That's very, very important. Because if you have the color, the dark color on your brush, you're going to wind up putting it into your lighter colors. You got to make sure those colors aren't like hanging out on your brush somewhere. Alright, Eve's going to leave it alone. You got to tell me to leave it alone. You see me putzing? It's perfectly fine. I just showed you how fine it is. And I'm still playing with it. Leave it alone. Alright, I'm leaving it alone. It's perfect. Oh, geez. See? We all do it. We all do it. How's everybody doing out there? How was your week, guys? Everybody's all quiet and mellow? Leave it alone. There you go, Tina B. Thank you very much. I needed that. Hi, Sandy. How you doing, sweetheart? Leave it alone. All right, I'm going to give you guys some ketchup mustard time. All right, if you're working along with me. So let's do some ketchup mustard time. All right, so I didn't start next week's painting, which I do have time this weekend to do one. Or, I know we did all that math about how many St. Patrick's Days that we have. What do you want? Because we already have the idea for the one right before we have the combo. You want Easter and St. Patty Day combo. We already have that idea. What do you want for next Friday? What do you want for St. Patty's Day next Friday? What do you want to paint? I know you all gave me ideas when I first asked you. And I remember the gnome being the top idea. And then I have the list, but it's not a list of, I wrote the list down of what how-tos you want. And I wrote the list down of spring ideas. I got daffodils, flowers, fairies, sailboats, Irish cottage, 4 squares of Easter. Hi, Dawn! But I don't, there's no list of just St. Patty's ideas. So what do you want next Friday for St. Patty? And I'll knock it out this weekend. Or, happy Friday, Dawn. Or, do you want a how-to? Because you guys gave me how-to ideas. Let me know what you want. This is all for you. So, you let me know what you want. Okay, I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. And we're very simply going to put, I like the flower vase we did a couple years ago. Yeah. But that's on YouTube. The clover vase, the vase with the clovers and the baby's breath and all of that. So, and the cross. Yeah, we did a lot. We have like, that's why I'm asking you, because I've done a lot of St. Patty's things already, you know what I mean? So I'm not really sure what you guys want. We did a Celtic cross. We did the vase with the clover. All right, I'm grabbing yellow and white and blue. A little bit of blue, just a little bit. Okay, and we're going to fill this in. Hold your, a field of clover with a hidden 4-leaf clover. Okay. I did the hedgehog porcupine guide too, remember? How about another dress that's green with shamrocks this time? Ooh, like an Irish maiden? Like an Irish maiden? Yes, Carolyn mentioned the cottage, but it was a cottage with, like, lambs. Field of clover with a... Yeah, you mentioned the cottage, but it was a cottage with lambs, so I was putting that into, spring. And also, we just did the landscape that had kind of like the broken down houses in it. So don't go too high with your green, because again, we're going to have a gnome that's green. So I can do an Irish maiden finding a 4-leaf clover. Kind of mix what Dawn said and Carolyn's idea. You guys like that? You guys like that? So a girl with a shamrock Irishy dress, and she's finding a 4-leaf clover. A fairy house with spring and a leprechaun. A fairy house with spring, leprechaun. Guys, I only have 2 days to paint this. Dawn's giving me like 6 paintings. A fairy house with a spring and a little leprechaun hiding in a field of clover and a hidden 4-leaf clover in a rainbow. I'm not that good. A headdress like a daisy chain style. Oh, so give her like one of those when they all right, you guys are making the girl into I'm not that good, Tina B. We're gonna have a shamrock dress with a headdress with shamrocks in it, finding a shamrock, and somewhere in the background a cottage and stuff. Like, oh my goodness, guys, I'm having an aneurysm. I love how creative you guys are, though. I love it. 6,000%. That's awesome. All I have to do is ask you guys for ideas, and you've got them. Thank you so much. Just the headdress. Oh, I got you. Hi, April. What's going on? Alright, I think I know what I'm going to do. Mufasa. Exactly. Thank you guys for your ideas. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I got it. I think I got it. I got the idea in my head, so I think we're good. Had to take a bath because grandbaby had a popsicle. Oh, those get sticky. Those get sticky for sure. For sure. So I'm gonna do the girl, and she's gonna have a flower hairpiece, and she's gonna be finding a 4-leaf clover, And she's going to have a very pretty spring dress with shamrockies on it. And she's going to be in a field. You give me so many options I could pick out. Thank you for the stars, April, so I can pick out the elements I like. Yeah, that's why I ask you guys, because I'm like, I don't have no idea. I can't think of anything, because we've done so many things, and then I ask you, and you guys come in with like 15 ideas, and it's awesome. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the stars. Alright, so we got our background on. Okay, I'm going to swirl tap that big boy. And we're going to do our clover window. Okay, so the window, the peekaboo hole. Thank you, Tina, for the stars. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Alright, we're going to do our clover peephole, right? Peekaboo gnome. And I'm going to grab... I gotta make a brown, but I want this dark to begin with, and then we could put lighter brown elements into it. So I'm gonna grab red, I'm gonna grab blue, I'm gonna grab yellow, I'm gonna grab some black, I'm gonna grab a little bit of white, and we're gonna mix that all together and see what we get. Alright, it's looking like a very, very, very dark green, so I'm gonna add more red to it. Alright, that has more brownish tones to it. I don't know if you could tell, but it's an extremely dark brown. Okay, so I basically grabbed everything. It was looking a little green, so then I grabbed more red. Alright, so we're going to find our centers. Thank you, April. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to find our center. Find our center. Okay, and we're going to do a small line downwards. Okay, and we're going to do a small line upwards. Right? And then we're going to find our sides. Okay, right. Should be pretty close to where the grass line is. Okay, so we'll find our middle here. Do a small line inwards. And another small line inwards, like that. Okay, and now you're going to swoop. You're going to swoop. You guys are an interesting, colorful bunch, and I wouldn't trade you for the world. Okay, so we're going to swoop arches. Alright, so we're going to go where our line was, and we're going to swoop and keep it close to the edge of the canvas. Why? I'm wearing the shirt on purpose. The more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So we're going to keep it nice and tight to the edges of the canvas. Okay? And then we're going to swoop this side. Swoop. You got to go swoop. Otherwise, it don't work. Alright? We're going to swoop that in. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to swoop this one in. Swoop. There we go. And we're going to come over here. We're going to swoop this one in. Swoop. There it is. Alright. And now you can fill in all around it. You can fill and fix. So I'm going to color in all around it. Okay, and this doesn't matter. You can color it all in like willy-nilly like. I follow the curve. I follow the curve, right? But in this part, you can kind of just dab it in. You don't have to worry. So I just follow the curve, and then I just smush in the rest of it. And like I said, if you want to make any adjustments, now's the time to do it. Like, I want this point to come down a little further so you can see the arches better. Okay, so I'm going to make that point come down a little further. Okay, I'm going to nice tight line this part right here. Okay, I'm going to tight line this part right here. Get that nice and sharp. And is this going to mix with your green? Absolutely. Do we care at this point? Not at all. Alright, and I'm going to bring this point up a little further. Not that it matters, because his beard is going to cover it, but just for able to... Thank you, Dawn, so much. Thank you so much for the stars. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Thank you, Dawn. That was very kind of you. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Alright, and there's that, and swoop this so it's nice and clean. Whoop, there it is. Okay. And over here, and over there, and over here, and over there, and over here. It does. But I'm not saying that because, yeah. It does. It looks like a little badonkadonk going on. April, your brush set went out this week. Okay, so you should be getting it shortly. Thank you so much for the order. And it is on its way. I was just telling everybody before how everything that I needed to ship out got shipped out. So you will be receiving that very soon. Alright, we got our clover. Oh yeah. Okay, so now you better hide this one. Hello, 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 Tamara. How you doing, sweetheart? No worries. Yep, so that's on its way, and I gave you a nice storage bag that, I gave you one that you could decorate on your own. I mean, you can decorate all of them, but I gave you a nice, I believe I gave you a nice light colored one or a white one, so you can put your name on it. Moms only, do not touch, consequences, whatever you need to put on the storage bag. Poison. Whatever you need to put on that storage bag. Alright, so swirl, tap, dab my brush, and we are going to map in Mr. Gnome. Oh yeah, we're mapping in Mr. Gnome. Okay, so, and you guys already know about the mapping. I'm going to grab white paint. We're going to, you're welcome, darling. Alright, I'm going to grab white paint. Okay, we're going to go right here in the middle. Alright, I'm going to mark my center again. Whoot, right there. Okay, and I'm going to do, because this face is ovally. That's technical, it's ovally. So I'm going to do my parentheses this way, smaller than what you want it to be, right? Because the more we play with it, my parentheses this way, and then I can fill this in. Alright, fill and fix. Fill and fix. Okay, he needs to be a little more ovally. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. And it's okay that my green's mixing in. This is only layer one. You guys already know if you want the big, bright colors that Eve gets on her paintings, you know it's layer after layer after layer. And then when you think you're all said and done, add another layer. Add another layer. My craft paint lovers, you could do this with your craft paint. You can alleviate some layers. None of this is blending. So painting your gnome you could actually do with your craft paints if you want to, because it's not blending. We're not blending anything. Wowzer. Alright, now I'm going to start from the one side of his head. Notice everything's lining up with the points, right? Okay, so he's like in the middle. And now I'm going to start on this side. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a triangle off my canvas. And that's going to be his beard. Come in this way. Follow that curve. Triangle down. And then this, I am going to dab in. We're going to dab, 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 because we want to start working on those textures in the beard right from the get-go. So we're going to dab the white paint in. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Okay. And then we're going to dab this out because his beard cuts halfway across his face. So we're going to dab this down too. Okay? Because his beard is cutting off his face. So we can dab that out. Start working on those textures that we're going to have in his beard. Okay. It's an ice cream. It is an ice cream. It's like a snow cone ice cream. Alright, I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush because he's getting goopy gobby. Goopy gobby, goopy gobby. And we're going to put in his hat. We got Sandy in the house, Marsha, Kimberly, Joan, Cindy, Tina B, Diane, Rose, Carolyn, April, and Tamara. What's up, babies? What are you all doing? Okay. Swirl, tap, dab our brush. Get all the goopy gobbies out of it. Gonna go in with my dirty white paint. And we're gonna swoop. Okay, so I don't want to hide that peak because since this one is hidden, you're gonna lose having the 4-leaf clover shape if you wind up hiding this peak too. So you want to make sure you don't hide that peak. So I'm going to do a line under it like that. And then I'm going to come over here and connect it to his head. And I'm going to come over here and swoop that around. Shoop, like that. And then bring this. Shoop, there we go. And we got ourselves a gnome hat. Gnomey, 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 gnomey. Gnomey, gnomey, gnomey. Okay. And fill and fix. Fill and fix. Now, I made his hat to have texture in it. Not really texture, just a different way of filling in your colors that I wanted to show you. So, I'm not going to worry about this being like super flat or anything like that. So, I am going to dab it in to fill in his hat. And we're just going to cut it across the top of his head. There we go. Oh, goodness gracious. You guys all have storms going on? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay. Now, we're going to put in our 4-leaf clover. Okay? So that's over in this area over here. Right there. Swoop. right there. Okay? So, we're going to turn around, and we're going to make an X. At any angles you want to make your X. Okay, so make an X. And we're going to go around town that way. We're going to go around town this way. Around town this way. Shoop, boop, boop, boo. Okay, make sure you're making teardrops, right? You want it smaller in here and fatter on the outside. And around town this way. Shoop. And there you guys go. That is how you make a clover. And fill and fix. Okay, roll tap dab my brush. And we gotta make him less ice cream coney and fill in his body. Now, I made his shirt blue just because blue was the easiest to put against the green. And I didn't have to worry about the colors being so close. But you guys already know, go Rogue. We support Rogue here. Rogue, 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 Rogue. And we're going to turn around and put in his body. So, you're going to start down in this area right here. Alright, so if this is his head, right? Remember his head was here. Okay. We're going to start down from his head and just put a little wiggle do there. And put a wiggle do to your clover there. A wee bit awesome. A wee bit awesome. Yep. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. I haven't said that in a while. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I'm going to add a little bit of blue because I can at this stage. That clover needs a stem. Yes, Carolyn, it does. But I am not going to add the stem until we do more on the woodwork because you're just going to wind up covering it up. So that's one of the last details we add. Rogue, rogue, rogue your gnome gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Alright, I'm adding some blue. A little tiny bit of blue into my white. And his body stays on the other side of the clover. Of the woodwork. Of whatever you want to call this. Okay, it stays on the other side. Because he's peekabooing. He's peekabooing us. Okay, and fill in this side. Right, and I'm going to turn around and make my, I'm grabbing mini-me real quick because you can see these little tiny spaces where the background's showing through and you'd have to fill his shirt in. So to alleviate that from happening, I am going to fill in the little tiny spaces by making my clover bigger. Right? So we don't have to worry about that. Could I use my sponges on the woodwork? Can't wait to do this. You can. The wood, though, is more of, I'll show you. Because the words are eluding me right now. The woodwork is more of sweeping texture, You can use your sponges to do the grass. You get a really cool grass texture going on. You can totally use your sponges to do the grass. But like his beard and the wood are more of a swoop, 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 swoop texture. But I would totally use sponges to do the grass part. That would look really cool. I hear you. Well, you could give him a big puffy beard if you want to. You don't have to do a flicky-do beard. You can do a big puffy beard with your sponges if you want to. Right? Have it all be puffy with the sponges instead of flicky-dewy. I get so technical, right? Fluffy instead of flicky-dewy. But you guys already understand what I'm talking about, so it works. Oh, goodness. So, Sandy's in the house. Marsha, Kimberly, Joan, Cindy, Tina B, Diane, Rose, Carolyn, April, and Tamara. We have the idea of an Irish maiden in a field of clover with a really pretty headdress, finding a 4-leaf clover. We've got all those things going on. We have stars on the board, which is awesome. If you send me stars and you send me $5 or more in stars, you're eligible for the free brushes too. Just make sure you Facebook message me your address, okay? Make sure you do that. All right, so thank you guys so much. All right, I'm stalling. I'm waiting for stuff to dry. Okay, speaking of the wood, so Mr. Gnome gets a chance to dry. We'll see. Dawn! Oh yeah, I missed Dawn. Hi, Dawn. I'm glad you're paying attention, Tina, because I'm not. Okay, so we're going to go right into that spot where we made the dark brown. Okay, and my yellow's pretty shot here, so I'm going to swirl around in my yellow. It's going to make like a green color. And I'm going to, if you add red and yellow together, you get a brown, just to let you know. Okay, so now I have like this reddish brown color. And this, you want to follow the curve. And I'm going to add some white just so you guys can see what I'm doing. But that would be like the third layer on the wood. Okay, and you're just going to, so for this area, I flickied this way. Right? Close up. And then over here, I flickied this way. Okay, and then you just follow that curve. You just follow that curve. And flicky-do, be careful around, you know, don't go out of your lines like Eve likes to do. And you're just going to follow the curves. Okay, and you can go, you don't have to be so careful going around the clover, because we only did the mapping, so you don't have to go like super careful. It's not necessary. Right? Like I said, I'm doing a lighter color so you can see the brush stroke I'm doing, but you guys go with the darker color, and then you can come back and add the flickies of the lighter color. Okay, and like I said, we just follow those curves. And I forgot what you call that brush. I call it Mini-Me. It is a small shader. This one is a number 4. My brush sets come with a number 2. Right now, they don't have the number 4s available, believe it or not. So They come with a number 2. It does the same thing. It does the same thing. It's just a small flat brush. And they call it, he's our crayon. That's what he is. He's our crayon. We use him to flicky-do, and we use him to color areas in that are smaller. We use him for all those sorts of things. Okay, so as you're flicking, you just want to follow those curves. Right? Follow the curve. And like I said, you guys, right? Change up. Do dark, do light, do dark. Change it up. Make sure you make enough of your browns so you can, oh, no, the round one's called Tiny, hon, but I'm using Mini Me. Make sure you make enough of your browns so you can have, or, better idea, jump back and forth between the two sides. Because this way, if you run out of the brown you made and you make a new one, you're not going to be able to match it up. At least you will have the other color in all the sections, the quadrants of the clover. So make your pile of brown and then flicky-do it throughout all your sections. So this way, if you run out of your brown, it won't matter if you make a new brown and it's not matchy-matchy, because the other color will be in all of your sections as well. So, you guys get the idea. Alright, this is the brush stroke. You make dark browns, light browns. Again, if you're a craft paint person, you could totally use your craft paint, because we're not blending this. We're just adding textures. And in the peaks, you go one way and then you go the other way. You go one way and then the other way. Right? You split it in half. You split it in half. Split it, split it, split it in half. Okay, and I put darker. I put it a little darker around, there you go. That'll totally work. April, that'll totally work. And I put a little darker around the clover, like it's creating a little shadow. Okay, like it's creating a little shadow. I made the area around the clover and around the beard a little bit darker. Okay, and then you get all this cool texture in your wood. I am not going to fill this all in with the 3 layers of different colors and everything else. You guys have the brush stroke. You know what to do with the colors. Right? Don't make it a big mushy mess. Do a layer, let it dry completely, because if you keep trying to stack browns on top of each other, they will lift off. So let it dry completely and then go back in and add more flicky-do. So on the original, okay, you can see the base layer, and then we had the lighter flicky, then we had the darker flicky, okay. Over here you can see the different colors, right? Base, dark, medium, more red. Alright, here, okay, base, darker, medium color, lighter color. So, couple of layers. At least 3 on the original. At least 3. Those of you that are interested in purchasing the original, you could direct message me. I can customize it with a name or a saying, and you would be buying it right off the easel, which means you will save $50. Alright, those of you interested in owning the original. Okay. Whew, there we go. Now we have to add all the layers to Mr. Gnome, now that he is fairly dry. Okay, we need peach, right? Well, whatever color you're going to make your gnome. So I am grabbing clean yellow. And I'm grabbing clean white. And I'm going to grab big boy. Make sure he's nice and clean. Swirl tap dab the big guy. Swirl tap dab the big guy. Whoop! I almost walked right into you guys. I literally turned around and you're all right there. So I've got the clean yellow, the clean white. I'm going to grab some clean red. Okay? And you dab that all together. And you will get a peach. And make sure you make enough peach for all of your layers you're going to need for coverage, because peach is another hard one to match things up. If your peach is looking a little yellow, you add more red. If it's looking a little pink, you add more yellow. I do well with my coffee. I only have 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day. I have my tea. I do have, like, I have my green tea. I'll make 2 cups out of the 1 tea bag, and then I have vanilla chai tea, and I make 2 cups out of the 1 tea bag. So I don't know if that's any better or any worse, but because I'm not sure the caffeine levels, but at least it's green tea, which is supposed to be better for you. So I have about 1 cup of coffee, and then I have 1 green tea, 1 diluted. Then I'll have 1 chai later at night. And then that's like a diluted one too. So, like I said, I'm not sure if that's any better, but it's not coffee. And it doesn't, the green tea is supposedly good for you, so. So, I have my cup of green tea right here. That's my teacup. That is my teacup. Green tea has a lot of caffeine. You drink iced green tea. Oh, it does? See, I don't know these things. Alright, when you're putting your peach on, follow the curve of his face. Okay? Follow the curve of his face. And if you can still see through it, just add more white to your peach. Swoop, swoop de doop de doo, swoop de doop de doop de doop boo boos, swoop de doop de doop de doo. With Splenda. Yeah, I like the Bigelow teas, so I get, it's actually Earl Grey with green tea. I really like that one. So, that's the green tea that I like. And then the Bigelow, I like the mint flavored water. It's all natural, right? You meant to say mint, not hint. Right, Carolyn? I'm like, what are you hinting at? Okay, we've got a peach gnome. Right? Swirl, tap, dab my brush. And then we'll do the next layer of his shirt, right? So you have to do this in order, okay? You have to do this in order, right? You can do his face, and then you got to do his shirt. No, Hint is a brand. It is a brand. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so we're going to do his shirt, right? Because the beard is going to go over the face, and it's going to go over the shirt. So that's what we're doing. Did not know that. Now, when you go around your object, like I just went around the clover, make sure your brush strokes aren't like following the object. Like make sure that you can't tell that you went around an object. It's Hint. Oh, okay. I've never even heard of that. I've never even heard of that. They make flavored waters. Oh, okay, there you go. I'm more of a seltzer girl. I just don't have my seltzer because I didn't go to the store yet. I gotta wait for the I gotta wait for the assistants to come in. It comes in the 5th of every month, so then I can go and get some more seltzers. Okay, and you can make your gnome shirt any color you want. Alright, now I'm going to go into the green. And it's completely up to you guys. It's completely up to you guys. Like, my clover is behind his beard. Or you could put the clover in front of his beard. Okay? So if you're doing the clover behind his beard, you do the clover first. If you're doing the clover in front of his beard, you do the clover last. Okay? So, come over for a cup of tea. In your best British accent. Grocery and convenience store merchandising. Oh, well, there you go. Alright, so I'm going to grab yellow now. And I'm going to grab blue. And we're going to grab a little bit of white with that. Yellow, blue, and some whites. And we're going to dab his hat in. Okay, so swipe the brush around your edges. Alright, so this way you stay in your edges. You don't have to dab his hat if you want his hat to be smooth. You don't have to do, or come in for a spot of tea, a spot of tea. I think it's spit spot. If you want to make his hat smooth, you can make his hat smooth. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about the edges around his face or where it meets because his flicky-doo hair covers all that. Okay, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And this part of his hat on the top of the curve, I'm going to add more yellow and white to it because this is a lighter up here. So it's lighter up here and it is a lighter here. Okay, so I'm going to add lighter color in those two areas. And then this curve right here is going to be darker, so I'm going to grab more blue. And I'm going to make where the curve part is darker. All the while flicking my brush. Flicking and dabbing and dabbing and flicking. A spot of tea. There you go. You can do a Hawaiian background. There you go. I like it. Right? Leprechaun, gnome, whatever this guy is, going on vacation. There it is. Okay? And if you want to go really hardcore with the textures, you can grab Mini-Me. You can grab Mini-Me and you do the same thing like we did with the wood. And you can flicky-do, follow the curves of the hat. Follow the curves of the hat. And you can flicky-do the textures in there. Okay? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. This little gnome dude's a lot of fun. He looks really cute. Okay, so have fun with him. Like I said, you don't have to worry about where it connects to his head or where it connects to his hat. You don't have to worry about any of those things. And again, I'm going to grab some more yellow. I'm going to put some more yellow on this curve right here. And I'm going to grab some more yellow and put it on this curve right here. Grab some more blue, put it in this piece. Small amounts of paint, small amounts of paint, so as you dab outward, it runs out of your brush. And you don't wind up bringing your dark all the way into where your light is, and vice versa, vice versa. All that good stuff. Okay. Da 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 da. Since I have the green going on, I'm going to color in my clover. I'm going to color in my clover. So, the clover, to make it easy peasy, you just make you make some darker and some lighter. Okay? You make two of the leaves lighter, right? The ones opposite of each other. You like that one stroke action? That was pretty good, right? And the one across from it, the same light color. And the point of the one is going to overlap the point of the other. And then the two on the bottom, you just make darker. And make sure they're going to a point, okay? Make sure they're going to a point. Right? Notice how close I'm holding my brush to the bristles to get those curves, to make sure the bristles are going to a point in the middle. Okay, I'm holding really close to my bristles to have control of my brush and use the flat of that brush to make sure I'm getting my triangles in the middle. Right, now I'm going to do my lighter side, my lighter leaves again. It would be easier to do the darker leaves first. So then I'm going to do my lighter leaf here. And my other lighter leaf. There. And now, when you're all said and done, dabbing your wood and putting in your wood exactly the way you want it to be, you're going to turn around and add the stem. Carolyn's part. Carolyn wanted the stem, so we're adding the stem. Alright, you ready, Carolyn? Here it comes. Here comes the stem. Shoop. There it is. There's your stem, darling. And just schmooze this leaf to make sure it's covering over where the stem is. There we go. Now, I have this green on Big Boy. I'm going to add it to his beard to get the excess paint off of my brush. Again, his beard hits halfway on his face here. Now I'm going to grab a whole lot of white with the green. Right? Alright. Things are good in the world now. He has a stem. And we are going to flicky-doo. Okay? Flicky-doo, flicky-doo. We're going to flicky-doo this part. Okay? Stick and move. Don't keep flicky-dooing and having it become a big old mushy mess. We don't want mushy messes. Okay? You're going to flicky-doo on the outside of the beard, right? The outside of that triangle that we made before. Following the triangle, but flicking that triangle line out. I'm going to add some more white to the part that's under his nose, because that's more of like a mustache type thing. Then you can make his beard as dark green or as light green as you want it. It's your beard, it's your gnome. You can do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Okay, all I did was just grab some white paint. That's all I did. And we are flicky-doing. Flicky-doo, flicky-doo, flicky-doo. Okay, you let that dry, and then you could go in with a mini-me. Okay, and I'm flicky-dooing on the sides of his face. Okay, flicky-dooing on the sides of his face. Again, don't go over it too much. All your flicky-doos will blend together and you will lose. I think that we need in South Jersey, need to carpool to Jersey for a paint and sip. Ha ha! Sounds good to me, April. That would be fun. That would be fun. Alright, so if you're more comfortable with mini-me for this next step, that is fine. Or you could use Big Boy. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go in with my white and my green. And we're going to flicky-doo out the sides of his face. Just like that. And we're going to do all these little curved, fun little wisps. Wisps. Okay, around the brim of his hat. So I am taking my brush, I'm pressing it down, and then I'm doing a little curve and flicking it. Press down, do a little curve, flick it. Okay, if you're not comfortable doing that with Big Boy, you can turn around and do this with mini-me. So I got mini-me right now, and you can easily do it with mini-me, just doing little curvy flickies. Okay, little curvy flickies. Right, I gave the original guy a swooping little area, widow's peak, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. It's up to you. How furry do you want your gnome to be? It's up to you. I gotta grab some clean white paint. And again, if your flicky-doos start mushing all together, leave it alone. Once they dry, you can go back in and add some more. Okay, I'm just doing it for the sake of time right now. Notice I'm moving the brush. I am not staying in one spot. Okay, not staying in one spot. I am moving the brush around. And I gave him like a little wispy widow's peak. I'm just grabbing majority of white paint now to give some lighter areas. Okay. Re-establishing the little mustache. The mustache pieces, which were just curved towards the nose on either side. Right? Clean up your edge that's against the face. You got, oh, behave? You two? I don't know. I'd like to see that. Okay, so I'm placing the brush where the edge of his face is to get a nice clean top to it. And there is all our furry, fluffy, fluffies. I can't talk tonight for nothing. And you can go back throughout his beard with Mini-Me. This is so much fun. This is so much fun to do the flicky-doos in his beard. It really is. So, have fun with this, guys. It doesn't have to be any particular way, Joan, or any sort of type thing. If you're happy with it, that's fine. Give up a little bit of the control. Have fun. The only thing that was important was making his mustachy part a little lighter than the rest of it. So you can just have a good old time flicking all these greens and whites in here. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. Alright, we are on to his face details. You haven't been with me yet. Right? We're gonna, what's that? Tina, we're gonna be a bad influence to, Tina B. Okay, so I'm going to scroll tap dab my brush. Let's do some roll call. Thank you guys so much for the stars. Don't forget Venmo and PayPal and Zelle and all of those things. Corrupt. There we go. We're going to corrupt her. And all of those amazing things, guys. Thank you so much for your support. We have Sandy, Marcia, Kimberly, Joan, Cindy, Tina B, Diane, Rose, Carolyn, April, Tamara, and Dawn in the house. So you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys joining me on Friday nights, because without you here, I'd be talking to myself, which I do. That's why I have a dog, so everybody thinks I'm talking to the dog. But I really appreciate you guys being in here and all your love and support that you have shown me throughout the years that we have been doing this. So Much appreciated. And we're going to do his details. Right? We need a little nose and we need some eyeballs. We need a nose and we need some eyeballs. So I am going to take Tiny. Tiny is the round brush. Okay, and I am going to put in, I'm going to add white to my peach color, so his nose is a lighter color. And you're just going to do a little oval. Okay, so let's do our little oval. Right? Start it off smaller than what you want it to be. Ah, you guys do? Yeah. I bring them in once in a while. It's just that this space is so small, and for him to be doing his thing. And I want to get him like a little bed to put in here so he can come in here and hang out with me while I'm painting and be comfortable. So I want to get like, because his beds he has now are really big. They fit in a huge crate that I have for him. Like his crate is the size like that you would use for a golden retriever. So his beds are like the square of that. And I need to get one that's like half that size so he can come in here and relax and lay down. He likes to come in and steal my mat. Like he'll come in and I'll turn around and he's right where I need to stand. So I don't know. I could try to figure something out, but he just gets so darn excited when I used to hit the button with you guys. So and that where we did all of that is my uncle's space now. So it's kind of tricky. I don't know. I'd have to figure something out. Maybe I can maybe the hallway. I can do the treat in the hallway, but then I feel bad because then I'm closing the door on him. So I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something. But I definitely want to get him a little bed so he can come in here with me and sit and relax while I'm painting. Okay, so that's awesome. Yeah, Yorkie is definitely on my list for like another dog, but I can't get. I wish I could get Butters a brother, so because I like to piggyback my dogs. They learn faster that way. But it's not in the cards because if something were to happen, I don't have the funds to take care of it. Anyway, enough of that. And we're going to turn around and again, right, we do our eyes at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to put my little dot and I'm going to put my little dot where I want my eyes to go. And I'm just holding my wrist so I don't smash my hand into the beard because I already kind of did that. And then I'm going to do my little parentheses and then my parentheses on this side. Okay, and we fill it in. And then we fill in this side. So you always want to do your eyeballs both at the same time. Because if you do one and you get that one perfect, guaranteed you're not going to be able to get the other one to match. So the way to alleviate that from happening is by doing them both at the same time. So as you adjust one, you can go over here and adjust the other the same exact way. So they wind up matching. Alright. So I'll tap dab my brush. Right? Because Nifty doesn't go in the water. You gotta clean them as soon as you use them. Clean him as soon as you use them, guys. Swirl him around because you will lose them in the cup. And if you leave him sitting in water, his bristles are going to fall out. So use Mr. Nifty. Swirl, tap, dab him, clean him off on the paper towel, and lay him to the side. Don't leave him swimming around down there in the bottom of the cup. And then you're like, hey, Eve, I need Nifties. My cat stole my Nifties. Alright, I got tiny and white paint. Well, a lighter peach. And I'm going to go on the top of Mr. Gnome's nose and put the little circle highlight right on the tippy of his nose. Okay, I highlighted the shamrock with a light green. Right, so you can put your little highlights in your shamrock. I wouldn't be surprised if your Yorkie has Nifties in her bed. So not only do you have the kids taking your stuff, you also have the dog. Is this what you're telling me? Alright, you keep them hidden now? Right. And the last thing you need to do is we're going to take Nifty and you put in your little life dots. And your little life swoop. And there you guys have it. One peekaboo, a leprechaun, a gnome. Woot woot. So, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love and your support. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the PayPal and Venmo if you're sending it that way. Make sure you Facebook message me. Go to the YouTube. I made a post about the YouTube. So, in a small crayon box. Nice. That's perfect, Carolyn. And, so you can catch the replays, because the replays are only available for 30 days on Facebook now. I'll see you next Friday. Alright? Y'all warm my heart. You guys have fun. You go create. And, keep your eyes peeled for the new painting. And, we'll be all set. Alright, have a good night, everybody. Bye! They moved where I shut this off. They moved the finish button. Alright, there it is. You need to buy the Willow tutorial. You don't have to buy any tutorials, honey. It's on YouTube. There's no buying of anything. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Carolyn. It's on YouTube, darling. All free. Good night, Tina. Alright, bye, everybody. Love yous. Have fun. Have fun. Go create. Alright, bye.